Well then, welcome back.
Yes, indeed. Good to know you're still with us. We're just getting started with the impact as part of things.
And we're going straight to this one because the United Nations has called it the shadow pandemic. Now, violence, sexual assault and femicide have all increased in the past months across Africa and the globe. Now, the reasons for the spike are closely related to the coronavirus pandemic, with impact really felt by women.
Yeah, according to the United Nations, 137 women were killed by a member of their family every day. Less than 40% of the women who experience violence seek help of any sort. Now, 15 million adolescent girls worldwide, aged 15 to 19, have also experienced forced sex. Besides laws and policies, many are working to challenge cultural and traditional norms that play a role in how women and girls are treated in their homes and societies. Others are using their skills and technology to make it easier for victims to report and get help.
One of whom is Saadat Aliyu, who is the founder of Shamrock Innovations and the creator and developer of the HELPIO app. Now, the app has been described as a safe space and platform for victims, parents, guardians to report sexual abuse and learn preventive measures. Saadat is an Android developer as well as an advocate for women in tech. Saadat, good morning to you. Welcome to Breakfast Central.
Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you very, very much for having me here.
All right. Now, before we get into the app proper, how did you find yourself, starting, the hub?
Actually, it's just looking at the community, seeing a lot of rape problem in most especially in women and kids. So I was trying to see how I can be able to help using my own skills. So that is how I came up with it. And then
you launched the app in 2020. Could you tell us the thinking behind it? We have a clue, but explain a little better.
Yeah, I launched it.
Yeah, go on, Saadat, go on.
I launched the application year 2020, but yeah, I started it around the lockdown around May, June. So that is when I started the application, but done by ending of July. So launched the application by 2020 August.
Okay, I'm asking you what inspired you to go ahead, because we know there are other apps, but what inspired you particularly to, come up with this?
Okay. Actually, personally, I have been not me actually, but I have know people that are kind of close to me that I know that they have been into this kind of problem. So, and then they haven't gotten the what will I say, the justice they need. So I feel it's something that is very sad. And then seeing people in the vicinity, most of the ones living around my community, they are having this kind of issues also. Mostly the kids, the case will be dismissed and all. So I noticed that there are organizations that actually do this and they find justice for the people. So I wanted to create a platform where people can actually come and connect with those kind of organizations to get what they want quickly as possible, as quickly as possible.
All right, so it's quite an innovation for the app you have here. Now, we know that there's a number of similar apps across the board, locally and internationally. But how does this impact those in the rural communities who don't have smartphones?
Okay, so this is actually a feature that might come up, but we try to make it localize it by using the Hausa language for a start, which Igbo and Hausa will come up. But for people that can't even access it in English, and also that's why it is localized in Hausa, so that they can have the options to see it in Hausa. So majority of people here, at least even if you don't have a phone, at least if you heard that you can be able to access it in Hausa, you can give it to somebody that can help you, since somebody can report on your behalf on the application.
So many people have signed up on the platform. What does the app help victims and parents or guardians do?
Sorry, I didn't get that question, please.
I'm saying a lot of persons already have access to the platform and they've signed up for it. What does it really help victims and parents as well as guardians do?
Okay, if the parent just report or the guardian report this kind of issue, it's going directly to the organizations sign up there. But currently we have two, so which are in Kano and Kebbi State. We're hoping to have others, organizations to join the platform. We're still reaching out to some to join the platform so that we can have it in a broader way, broader perspective.
All right, Sada, we really need to ask you this one because due to the pandemic, with lockdown and all, we've seen quite an increase, like we said earlier, femicide and violence against women, either sexually or, physically, which the, United Nations described as the shadow pandemic. Do you think that, it doesn't get better from here, it gets worse because of this pandemic, especially for women?
Sorry, I didn't get the last statement. Can you please repeat it?
Do you think that because of this pandemic that it doesn't get any better, it just gets worse because now women are just at risk now of getting, beaten or getting, violently handled or sexually harassed?
Yes, to be honest, I think I can say that because even from my own part of the community here, I hear a lot of cases which I don't hear before. So it's actually, I think, probably this might be a cause of something that happens. It's a lot, to be honest now. Hearing a lot of rape cases, it's sad, I know.
All right, Saadat Aliyu, I want to say thank you very much for joining us on Breakfast Central.
It's a pleasure. Thank you very much for having me here.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
All right. An app, HELPIO, people can register, and lodge those complaints and make them noted right then.
Yeah, but as much as, yes, I'm all for anything that will enhance the ability for victims to report and get the help that they need, I'm more concerned about those in rural communities. We know that as much as, yes, there is internet penetration, and for those that live in the cities, we tend to not understand the magnitude of those in the suburbs that don't have access. First, internet doesn't even exist in those areas. And then the phones that they use, like my mother in the village sometimes still uses, she uses this touchlight phone. Even if you get her the other one, she will tell you it's too complicated. So how do we get people that have that kind of background to really key into this kind of innovation? Maybe there should be some sort of hub, I don't know, where people in these rural communities can go and get somebody assist them have access to these apps. But it's a fantastic innovation. Really,
really big indeed, especially for women in tech. Sada is also a woman in tech, and she's built this up. She's an app developer and has gone as far as creating this. And because of the spike, the increase we've seen so far in terms of violence. There was a whole
lot of reportage of what people went through during the pandemic, particularly women and girls. And it's heartwarming to see women in tech in a field that is predominantly male, coming out with such, fantastic apps, great apps, so to say.
All right, then, a quick break will do for us. We've still got more on the program. Olisa and Felicity right here for you. Breakfast Central on News Central. It's a Friday, so don't go nowhere.
Thank God